It's morphin' time. It's also Throwback Thursday.
All those moments will be lost in time.
Welcome back to the web's first must-see comic and nerd culture show. Welcome to Comic YOUniverse. I'm your host, as always, the kingpin of comic culture, C-Dubs. And guys, today is Throwback Thursday, and we are talking about none other than Mighty Morphing Power Rangers. Guys, as I was a kid growing up, another reason why we're doing it is it's the 25th anniversary. It's time for celebration. Guys, when I was a kid, I can remember three major fandoms that just rocked every kid I knew at the time. This rocked nerd foundation and children all over the globe. First and foremost, probably between the ages, I would say between 4 and 7, Masters of the Universe. Masters of the Universe just rocked it. Killed in toy sales. It was everywhere. And it did have its moment in the sun, if you will. Followed by that, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which still to this day is just rocking it. Not too sure on the new show. We're still holding out to find out what we really think of that. And the next one was Power Rangers, and that crushed it and killed it for many years. And just, I remember as a kid, I was a huge kaiju fan. I loved Godzilla. Just the rubberiness, the goofiness, and the awesomeness of it all. I just loved it all. And that feeling, I'm sure you kids nowadays get it as well, when you'd watch a martial arts movie and then all of a sudden after the movie's over, you felt like you knew martial arts. You wanted to go outside and practice and do it or beat up your little brother or whatever the case may be. You take that feeling of martial arts, add it with kaijus and Godzilla, and you get Power Rangers. That's how epic this show really was. And if you weren't around in its heyday, sure, it may not have aged well, but let me tell you, it was a one-of-a-kind, even though it wasn't. As we all know, with them taking the majority of the episodes from other, Kamen Rider and things like that over in Japan, just taking all this footage and chopping it up to make a coherent episode and just throwing in the American actors, it really did a great, fantastic job. And then with the introduction of this guy right here, the Green Ranger, just set the bar in motion, that the 6th Ranger would 9 times out of 10 always be the coolest Ranger. Though he was not, and still to this day is not my favorite. He's just misses out a little bit to Jason, the original Red Ranger. Just he was the leader, and once he was my favorite, I couldn't just abandon him. I'm a very loyal person, so though I love Tommy and he is my second favorite, and he's so close to being like, if there was ever someone who could knock my favorite out, it's the Green Ranger. And I love the Green Ranger more so than even the White Ranger myself, but what they're doing in the IDW comics right now, just with the Shattered Grid and everything, is just absolutely amazing. Power Rangers, I could just remember like recording it and having to be there to watch it. Like I didn't just record it because I was going to miss it or whatever. And yeah, I had basketball practice and wrestling practice, so there were some times and certain times of the year where I would miss an episode, and I was very grateful I was recording it. But like I was the type of kid, like I'd watch it live, immediately rewatch it again, just to see if I missed anything or see if there was any connective tissue. I'm a sucker for shows that have this long continuation. Even if there's, filler episodes in between, it's always been like that connective tissue that brought me back to see what would happen next. And I remember when Lord Zed made his appearance. I mean, the dude was terrifying. Probably top 5 in terms of look and aesthetic villains of all time, any genre. I'm serious, guys. I would put that against any villain out there, period. Along the lines of Megatron and your Skeletors and your Cobra Commanders, your Shredders, Mumras, even your Venoms and Jokers and Goblins, Magnetos and Dooms and Thanos and Darkseid. Zed holds a candle to all of those guys, to be honest with you guys. This guy is a beast. He's intimidating. He's scary looking. And sure, he ended up just eventually becoming more toned down and more of a joke because parents are retarded and just like, my kid is too scary for my kid. We gotta tone it down. Blah blah blah. Fighting kung fu. Come on, man. Just chill out. Raise your kids better, and they won't be intimidated or influenced by the television. That's the bottom line here. But that's not what this topic or conversation is about. And if you don't want your kids watching it, then don't watch it. Don't let them watch it. You know, that's what I'm just saying here. Like, no need to force the change the creative rights of a creative person and company because you don't want your kid watching kung fu. Don't let your kid go watch fighting. It's simple. Anyway, you know, it's such a magical thing. You know, it's been done before with like the likes of Voltron and even like Transformers and things like that. Just these dinosaurs connecting. It was just so amazing. And I remember when Zed came and destroyed the original Mighty Morphin Zords, and it was just like, it's like, what the heck are they gonna do? And then came those Thunder Zords, man. Let me tell you, that Red Dragon, what? And that was another thing that kind of, like, I was like, dude, this is so awesome. You know, and it was sad when we lost, you know, the three members, you know, Jason and Trini and Zach. It was very unfortunate that we lost those guys. You know, but, you know, we did get some good out of it. Adam, I did enjoy Adam. Wasn't too big, keen on Rocky, and Aisha was fine. She wasn't bad. I didn't hate her. I didn't like her. She was just kind of there for most episodes. I did kind of like her a little more in the movie than I did in the TV show. But yeah, you know, we got the new cast in, and then that's when Tommy kind of stepped up and took on the role of the leader. And the rest is history, to be honest with you, with the White Ranger and Saba and whatnot. And in my mind, I always pictured as the White Tigers or the White Ranger and Saba being Zordon Zord. Even though it was never said that or anything, it just, in my mind, that's what I always visioned, that this was like the Zord. You know, and again, I did like the Green Dragon Zord better, and the because again, very closer to the Godzilla mythos with Mechagodzilla and whatnot, and come on, the iconic, you know, missiles out of the fingers and the spinning tail. Dude, it was just absolutely amazing. And Titanus, I remember the first time seeing everybody on Titanus and just the firepower that was being launched at said, you know, monster of the week, if you will. It was just such a great time to be a kid to see to see that type of show. And you know, over the years it has its good seasons and bad seasons, and has drug on and is unfortunately hasn't aged well, and other seasons, you know, may not have been for an adult audience, so it's maybe been a little harder for some of us to get into. But that original core, the first few seasons, was just, I would say, all the way up until, to be honest with you, for Turbo was kind of where I fell off. Zeo was just okay. I didn't like the shapes being Zords. I did dig the suits. I liked King Mondo. He was pretty cool. But it's just, I wasn't keen on the Zords themselves. But yeah, guys, like, it was just a great time to be a kid and to just go back and think about, you know, how awesome those episodes are. And I'm really grateful. There's many times, like, late at night, you know, the wife will go to bed and I just have a case of insomnia, and I sometimes I'll go back and watch some of those episodes. My goal is to eventually, whether I like it or not, just force my way through every season of the American version of Power Rangers, just so that I'm in the know, because there's so many seasons that I just didn't watch growing up, and, you know, and you're getting married and things like that. It's just hard to keep up with that kind of stuff. So yeah, you know, and, you know, maybe I'll do some reviews, you know, as I watch a complete season and give my thoughts on that genre. If any of you guys are interested, it's just, you know, I'm honestly, after Zeo, I'm kind of a noob. I really gave a good college try to Turbo. Wasn't keen on the Zords again, and it was like 2 strikes. I wasn't even giving it a third. And I've seen episodes from here and there per, you know, every season. When Tommy came back, I was intrigued, you know, and whenever we have Rangers from the past coming back, I've been intrigued, and, you know, so I've always wanted to go back to that fandom, and I plan on it, but I just like sitting here just thinking about how awesome it was back then. So guys, what I want you guys to do here is just let us know, what are your fondest memories, whether it's, you know, Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, Ninja Steel, it doesn't matter, Dino Charge, you know, Mystic. what was your favorite version of the Power Rangers? And what are some of your favorite thoughts or favorite episodes? What was your favorite Zord? What was your favorite monster? Let us know in the comments below, guys. My name is C-Dubs, as always, guys. We're so close to 700 subscribers. Help us get there, guys. Share, like, subscribe to videos, tell your friends. Help and support. As we grow as a channel, we're going to make a bigger, better community for you guys so that we can all geek out together, guys. Until next time, I'll see you in the universe. Peace.